Hi guys, happy Saturday. I just have a few tips that I want to share with you guys. These are related to events, and I've been a consultant for 13 years, and events is what I truly love. And excuse the background, my brother is in the background. I had some orders to come in, so he's in the background labeling things. So you're probably gonna hear some papers tearing from time to time. So, okay, here goes. So the first thing you want to do when trying to figure out how to do this thing with events is where do you find events? How do you go about looking for them? So I've jotted some notes down here, and I'm going to read to you the things that I did when I first started locating events. I went to the website or the local convention center. So you can actually go to the convention center and Google the events that they have there. And a lot of these places will have phone numbers that you can call. You can also check with your local schools. They have various events from time to time. I've even gone inside of schools and set up like in the teacher's lounge. These are free when you get to go to the schools. Church events happen pretty often. You can check with your local churches to see what events they have. Then you got civic clubs, clubs of any kind. Check those local clubs. Neighborhood events. Check your neighborhood events. Daycare. Sometimes they have events. Car dealerships. Sometimes they have things too, but when you go there, I'm going to come back and explain to you how you can do retail things. Hair salons, spas, barbershops, okay? You can also Google events in your area. You can go to Facebook and search in different groups for events. You can go there. Of course, ask your friends and family, ask for referrals. And while you're at events, ask other vendors where the next time that they're going somewhere, ask them where they're going. Ask them if they'll share information with you. Now, if you go to places like car dealerships, hair salons, spas, barbershops, malls, all these places are considered to be retail. So in retail establishments, you cannot do cash and carry. You can have one of everything that we sell, but you have to take orders. You cannot do cash and carry. Those are the only places. Retail establishments, off limits for cash and carry, but you can do a setup or demo. So that's your where and your how. Now, let's talk about preparation. Let's talk about those things that you need when you find the events. Oh, something else to be aware of. Make sure that you check these people resources, because there are some events out there that are not real. And I have been a witness to two of them. I've actually gotten money taken from me from two events. One of them was a women's expo, and the other one was a pet expo. These people took our money and they never secured the spot. So make sure you check, do your homework behind these people. The best thing to do is wherever the event is going to take place, call that location where they're going to house the event and see if that place has been reserved. I didn't know to do that early on, so these people took our money. So make sure you do your checkup, your due diligence to make sure these people are legit. Okay, in your preparation and trying to get ready for the events, here are the things that you will need. You're going to need labels, because you're going to need to label everything. Don't leave anything unlabeled, even light bulbs. Label those things. Business cards. Get you some business cards. Samples. Now, the samples can include, you can make your own wax samples. What I do, I'm very savvy with, I'm real frugal with mine. So I get a little wavy knife. You can get that off Amazon. And I cut my little wax pieces in little bitty little pieces like that. I place it inside of a plastic bag with my business card. This is what I pass out at my events. You can also pass out washer with samples, counter clean samples. Scentsy has some samples in the store, or you can make your own samples, okay? Make sure you have QR codes for your credit card processing, not credit card, your like PayPal, the Square, Venmo, your payment options. Make sure you have a QR code and have these on a card. You can actually have it on your phone as well. Now for your credit card processing device, PayPal has one. It's PayPal Zelle. Now it's free device. Then there's also your Square. You have a Square that you can process credit card with. I use both because I just like to go back and forth to use those. Make sure you have some catalogs, flyers, product lists, very inexpensive to pass out. Make sure you have a dolly to roll things in on. A wagon. If you don't have a dolly, get a wagon. I used to use a dolly, but now I use a wagon. Make sure you order your products that you're going to have there at the event. Tablecloths, tables, any type of stand that you want to have on your tables. Make sure you have electrical cords or power strips. You're going to need those. If you're outside, you're going to need a battery backup because sometimes there is no electricity out there. You can actually order a battery charger. You can also, for your mini warmers, there are stands that you can order, but I use a long power strip now. You can get those in places like Lowe's. Make sure you have signs. I love signs. I have signs all over my table. I have a big joint. I have a big sign behind the booth. If you don't have a booth, if it's just a table, get you some signs to put around because people like to read those signs. Price chips. I have these little wooden chips that I order from Amazon that I put the price on there and I lay the prices inside the warmers because when you get really busy, they can look inside to see how much the warmers cost. You can also buy these little labels from Walmart, the little round ones and the little rectangular ones. You can put those on the warmers with the price on the outside of the boxes. Bags. Make sure you order some bags. Make sure you have the small bags because sometimes people just buy bars and light bulbs. You want to have a medium-sized bag for like a 6-pack of bars. Have a large bag for like a warmer and bars. And you want to have a jumbo bag for like a diffuser. The diffuser comes in 2 boxes or multiple warmers. You need to have, you can also go to the Dollar Tree and buy those little like party bags to put real small items in. Now, if you're working outside events for rain, if it's raining or something like that, make sure you buy a tarp or have some type of disposable plastic tablecloth to cover things just in case it start raining. If you're outside, make sure you get you some coolers to keep your bars from melting. And also, if you're outside, make sure you get your tent. Make sure you have a stool and some chairs. And if you're on the inside for a very long time on the concrete, get yourself a floor mat. Make sure you have a cash drawer or a cash register. Let's see, and some change, of course. You're going to need some change to give back to people and have that. Ink pens are important. So it's good to put flowers on the end of your ink pen so people won't walk away with them. Clipboards, have that. You put your order forms. Make sure you have order forms. So tear your order forms. Their order forms come like 4 sheets. So tear them in half so you can have more to use. 2 sheets each. Make sure you get some mats, some of that gray tape to tape things down like electrical cords. Sometimes when you go to events, sometimes they may have you stretching out your cord, and you need to make sure you tape it down so people won't trip and fall. Okay, and have the catalogs on. I think I said have the hardback catalogs, like the mini. It's like a hardback cover that you can actually put your catalogs into, like the hard cover type catalogs. Now, if you're going to be working an event overnight, make sure you have enough covers to cover everything overnight. Have some testers. Make sure you bring some snacks and some water. Have some wax for the demo warmer. Have a demo warmer and have wax for the demo warmer to use. Let's see. Shopping buckets. Make sure you get you some shopping buckets from the Dollar Tree. So as people are buying things, they don't have to hold them in their hand and dropping stuff. So get you some shopping buckets. Have a pay chart. Have have a price chart. That's what I meant to say. Have a price chart with, if you can, group all the things that we have. That's if you have helpers with you, and even somebody may come along and ask you something you don't know, and you can quickly reference that price chart without having to open up the catalog, because that's hard. I just can't remember it all. Make sure you have some information about joining, information about parties, fundraisers, etc. If you can, do like a demo join kit there. If you don't have one, you can get you some testers, a warmer, some catalogs, things like that, to give them an idea about what will happen, what will come in a starter kit. And if you have family members that can help you, have family members there that can help you. And what I'm talking about now, guys, are small events. Now, once you get to the event, you want to make sure, something else I forgot to add. When you're searching for the events, you want to ask the people, how long have you been doing this event? How many people do you expect? You need to know all that in order to prepare for it. So those things are important. How long they've been doing it? How many people they expect? How are they planning on advertising it? These are questions you want to ask the people who are promoting the event, okay? Because you want to make sure this is something you want to do. And remember, guys, the purpose of working an event, this is something I should have said first. The purpose is to get the leads, get the contacts, get new team members, book parties, referrals, the connections, get to meet other vendors. That's why you want to work events. And events are not geared towards making money. And I'm saying it because if you work an event and you find yourself not making enough money to cover your rent, don't feel bad about that, because your purpose is to get out there and get those leads. If you were to go buy leads, guys, leads are very expensive, and cold leads at that. So with this, these are not cold leads because these are people you meet. So there is a separate price for when people buy leads. So think of it that way. So this is how I've grown my business through the people that I meet face to face. So once you get to the events, make sure you get there early. The purpose of getting there early is that you want to network with other vendors. I always like to do that. I even give my brother samples so he can pass them out as we're getting inside. So another tip is that if you're working an event, guys, you want to make sure that you have a table out front. There are various ways of setting up a booth, and I've done it both ways. And I find that is, for me, I don't know about other consultants, but for me, it's most effective when I have a table out front. Because what happens when people are walking by, they can touch and feel things that's on the table and they can see it from a distance. But if there's no table out front and you got your booth set up where they have to walk inside, it is hard to get them in. Because one, they don't want to feel trapped. They don't want to feel forced that they have to buy something. And they can't touch and feel it right there. It's not at their fingertip as they walk by. So it's going to be hard. It's more of a struggle for you to get people to come in there. So you don't want to work hard like that. You want to work smart where people are walking by and they see it right there. And something else, guys, is very important. Have warmers on that front table that's going to draw people to you. Have warmers that's going to light up the table. We have some beautiful warmers with a lot of pretty light. A diffuser. Make sure you have at least one. And have that diffuser going at all times with the changing color options. I don't put oil in mine. I just put water in it so they can see the mist coming out. I have wax in my warmers because that's the scent. Blueberry cheesecake is what I use. I want that scent to throw. And that scent brings people to the table. So that's the key thing, guys, to getting people over there. So as you get people over there, you can have conversation with them by handing them a sample. And as they're reading the sample, looking at it, you can be talking to them about what you have to offer. So some of the things that you want to have at events, guys, again, make sure you bring at least one of everything. And have multiple bulbs, multiple bars, things that are consumable, things that people will run out of, like cotton cleanups. Cotton cleanups is another hit, guys, at events. Because what I do with the cotton cleanups, I have samples that I give the people. And each time they get that, they always come back and want to buy some. I also explain to them, like, this is a one-purpose device, but you can clean up to 4 warmers, sometimes 5. But it's a one-purpose use. That means you got to throw it away after that one purpose. So people love it. And remember, guys, as you're talking to people, stand up. Don't sit down and talk to somebody. Stand up and meet them where they are when you're talking to people. It's a good idea to do that. Don't sit down and talk to people. And as you're talking to them, don't overwhelm them. So I always like to start with talking to them about the wax and warmers, because that scent is what's getting them there. And that scent causes them to like, I always have a bar with me at the table as I'm talking. I'd like to do demonstrations. I like to show them how I put the finger in my wax and how I hold it up and say, you know what, it didn't burn me. It solidifies. And soon as I can rake it back in there. These are so safe. You can leave these on when you leave home. So these are the talks that I have, the conversations I have with customers as they walking over to the booth. So I always have a wax bar with me too. And I'll tell people to feel it. Feel that wax bar. Feel that. Look at how smooth that is. You can actually feel the oils out of that. You can't do that with the other ones. And they always agree. Every time I say something, I say, you can't do that with the other ones. They agree. They agree. I said, you can't even put your finger in the wax with the other ones, right? They always agree. Get them to agree to things as you show them. And talk about how this scent can fill up the rooms as people walk into the house. Yes. Talk about how they can buy 5, get 1 free with the deals that we have to offer. Talk about how they need to get extra light bulbs while they're there, because those bulbs can't be bought at the store. Make sure you're doing all these things. So these are the tips that I want to offer, guys. Oh, make sure you have a QR code for your VIP. Very important. Have a QR code for your VIP so that you don't lose connection with these people. Put them in your VIP group. And you also need a follow-up system of some kind. I use Project Broadcast. And the one that I use is $18 a month. But it is so worth it. That's what I use. I use Project Broadcast. So if you're not ready to do that, at least put them in your phone as Scentsy customer and put down what they bought, what they like, so you'll know how to search them. Follow up is key, guys. So after each event, I always thank my customers for stopping by. And I also follow back up and ask them how are they enjoying what they bought. So follow-up is everything. Remember, guys, sometimes we don't sell. Maybe I remember my first event, I sold one warmer and 1 bar. That's all I sold. And I was not discouraged because I knew that was my first time stepping out there. I was looking so forward to the next one and the next one and the next one. And each time I would work events, I got better. So practice is so much better than not doing it at all. The more often I did it, the better I got at it. So now I'm doing it on a bigger scale now because of all the time that I put in, all the research, doing things, trying things, messing up a few times, but doing it, at least doing it, taking action and meeting with new people. I love meeting new people. And because I'm working repeat events, I'm connected with the same people. Take pictures, guys. So important to take pictures. And go live. Or if you're at your event, go live. Now, if you have a lot of things out there, don't go live and show your booth. Only go live when you only have one of everything, because we can't show a whole lot of stuff when we go live. We can't show a picture of a whole lot of stuff. And it's a good idea to have a picture and save it for the next time. If you plan on working that event the next year, hold on to that picture so you can know how you set up for it the previous year. Because sometimes I don't remember. A lot of times I don't remember because I work too many events. But pictures makes it possible for me to hold on to what I've done previously. So I just wanted to give you guys these minimum tips of how to set up events for the first time or either on a small scale. Just have fun, guys. Go out there and have as much fun as you can. It's amazing. It's going to help you to grow because, again, remember, the purpose of being out there is the networking. Get new customers, repeat customers, get new team members, book fundraisers, all that. And networking with all the other vendors. That's why you are there. So, love you guys. Take care. Let me know if you have any questions. Events are everything. I love them. Bye, guys. Love you.